Guys, so today I want to show you how I am using OpenInterpreter, which is a great GitHub repository that allows you to run code or create content locally. It's kind of similar to Code Interpreter by OpenAI, but where this platform shines, or this repository shines, is the fact that it can also create files locally and it can also operate locally. So let's say you can give it a directory and it can scan the directory in your local PC and find errors in the code, or you can ask it to create directories on your PC in opposing to the chat by ChatGPT, in which, like, let's say you want to create a big project, you need to create each chunk of code separately and then aggregate everything together into one directory. So this is the first benefit. It basically allows you to create stuff locally. And the second benefit is the fact that it doesn't necessarily need to use OpenAI or API keys. You can also create the code or whatever you want to create using local LLMs. This instance, in this video, I just want to show you locally using OpenInterpreter. I'm not going to go install this repo, but it's pretty straightforward. You pip install and then you just paste this in the terminal, and there you go. You can start messing around with this awesome repository. Let me show you an example. So let's go into CD OpenInterpreter. Now we are going to run this script. It is asking for our OpenAI key, API key. And now, as an example, I want to create a boilerplate for a new project. Please create a comprehensive boilerplate for a new project. I want to build a website and need a very detailed boilerplate. Create it in a new directory called boiler video. Before you start, please tell me what you're planning to do. So I asked it to create a comprehensive boilerplate, and the response is, sure, I can help you with that. Here's a high-level plan of what I'm going to do. Create a new directory named boiler video. Then it is going to create an HTML file, a CSL file, a JavaScript file, a README file, a gitignore file, and a server.js. And then it will add basic content to these files to get started. Now it is asking me whether or not I'm ready to start. It wants to create the boilerplate video directory. I'm going to approve it. It has been created, and as you can see over here, this is my local PC, and it has created the boiler video. Now it is already moving forward to creating the HTML file. Yes, it wrote the HTML file. Now it's creating the CSS, and obviously maybe I will show you later how we are going to adjust the CSS, but for the moment it is just creating all these files. When you run the script, you can tell it, you can change the settings so that it will run automatically without me needing to approve every line of code, or you can adjust so it won't create these codes without my permission, and this is what I did in this instance. So it is now creating all these files. You can see the files over here. It is encountering an issue. just now needs to append everything in one line. Now the README file has been created. It's going to create the git ignore. And as you can see, it basically creates all the files. This is amazing. I have everything over here now. Yep, that's it. It says that there was an issue with the multi-line echo, so it's going to write everything with a different approach. Basically, it seems to be doing this very often, but that's fine. I don't really care, although it does consume more, I mean, it's more API calls, but it's not a big deal. Finally, it will create the server.js. There you go, same error. But the great thing about it is that it auto corrects itself. Because it has access to everything, it can basically auto-correct, self-correct, and this is cool. Now our boilerplate is ready. We have the index.html, the style CSS, the script.js, the README, the git ignore, the package.json, and the server.js. You can start building your website by modifying these files. Can you add web flow style CSS to the styles CSS file? I'm asking me it to adjust the CSS. So it's going to add different styling to the body elements, to the heading. It is also resetting the margins. Bear in mind that this is the first time that I'm doing something like this, like creating a boilerplate for a website, and I just wanted to test it with you guys live. But so far so good. Let's just finish with this CSS. It is moving to the element of the body. Yeah, I think we get the idea. This is pretty cool. Okay, I think that this is enough. This is a very cool repository which allows you a lot of freedom and flexibility. Obviously, you need to know how to do the prompts and how to structure the project. And if you're not using a local LLM, it's going to cost you a few bucks. But still, it saves you a ton of time, and it has so many capabilities. I really recommend checking this repository out. If you have any questions or ideas regarding this video or other content in my channel, leave a comment below. That's it, guys. See you soon.